Agreement, user story, product brief, user brief. No matter what you call it, most of them suck. I know it's cliche, but it's absolutely true. Yet standout products start with a killer brief. Stop doing it the old way, do it this way. Hi, I'm Tim Clark. I teach product creators a simpler approach to design thinking so they can up-level their leadership skills and create standout products. In this video, I will give you 3 concrete steps to collecting the data you need to create a killer brief using a real-life user story. I know you may be thinking, look, it's just a brief. Why sweat it? It's something we need to do before we start designing product. And I totally get it. But what if I were to tell you that there's a better way? But let's start with some facts. Agreement, user brief, user story, product brief. They're all used interchangeably to talk about the same thing. I call it a product brief. A product brief is a single source of truth for all departments involved in a project. It outlines the goals, the requirements, and the problem insight required to build and launch a product. It defines success. Yet most briefs do not contain a rich problem statement or a deep insight. Yet this is critical to stand out in today's marketplace, especially with AI coming on the scene. Those who thrive will collect better data and inform better briefs. Design thinking helps you do just that. And make sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to show you how to gather this data in a step-by-step process. But before I do, I wanted to offer you a free gift. It's a simple but valuable checklist to help you create standout and sticky product. It's going to go over all the tactics I've used to create memorable product, including 5 Nike Innovation Patent Awards. Download yours by clicking the link in the pinned comments. Now back to product briefs. The product brief, of course, fits into a greater context, what we commonly call the product creation process, which I've defined in 3 simple steps: see, solve, and story. Seeing, of course, is understanding the user and their deep needs and understanding what their problem is and formulating those deeper insights which can help solve that problem. Solve is solving that problem based upon what you've already defined in the brief. And story, which is ultimately the reframing of the product brief to the customer into a product narrative and product promise. So now let's get practical. Here is an exercise you can recreate to gather deep and rich insights for your next product brief. Since we are in the seeing phase of the process, we want to make sure that we see the customer's needs clearly. That means we cut our own bias. To do this, we use empathy as a tool. Empathy requires us to look, to live or to experience, and to listen. To this end, we created a half-day immersive exercise to do all of this. For us, we wanted to understand the needs of a cyclist and how to offer them a better mountain bike short. We set it up as a simple and immersive exercise to gather deep insights as to what makes a really great mountain bike short. We set aside 3 to 4 hours, included 6 to 8 participants, with the goal of experiencing our own product and the best competitor product. We gathered core customers and secondary customers, male and female, and included people from our own team as well as from our user representatives. We assigned a separate facilitator and documenter to take photos and take notes, and for supplies, we had Sharpies, Post-its of the same color, competitor product, and a phone for taking photos. Step number 1, look. We had each user try on their pair of shorts. Then we stood back and we watched. How did each of the shorts look on each of the users? How did they fit? Did they drape funny? Did they have any weird gapping? Were they too long? Were they too short? Then we looked at functionality. Pockets, waistbands, cinches, zippers. Was there anything out of the ordinary that we saw? And then what about the body language? Did the users look comfortable? Were they fiddling with different parts of the short that might have been a problem or may have been a fault of design? We captured each and every observation on a sticky note and photographed each. Step number 2, live. This is the experience phase. We had our 8 participants ride for 15 minutes each in 2 designated shorts. Upon their arrival, immediately we captured their observations. Anything that came to mind: sound, feel, pain points, fit, feel, anything. Here they wrote each and every observation with a Sharpie on the Post-it notes. The outcome, we captured 16 product tests, hundreds of observations in less than 1 hour. Step number 3, listen. We moved to a different location to have a discussion. We asked each participant to describe their key observations and experiences. Through this discussion, we asked key questions to probe deeper into some of their insights. The facilitator and the documenter captured any new notes that came from this discussion. The outcome of this exercise produced several hundred data points, or post-its, in less than 2 hours. It produced visual, verbal, and experiential data points. Look, live, listen. And since our product team members were part of the process, this allowed for them to buy into whatever data that we gathered. Of course, the next step is to take those hundreds of sticky notes and find the deeper nuggets. Stay tuned for the next video where I'll show you how to do just that. Done something similar? What worked for you? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this one.